Under the pouring rain, a tragic scene unfolds as a young girl lies lifeless. Someone whispers an agonizing apology, but for whom, and for what failure, we wonder. The man cradles her lifeless body, his grief palpable under the unrelenting downpour. A father's despair knows no bounds in this desolate moment. His face is a mask of tears and rain, each drop a testament to his profound sorrow. But this isn't his first heartbreak, he's lived this nightmare countless times. He rises, turning away from the tragic scene, a single thought burning in his eyes. With only one chance left, what will he do differently this time? His hand grips the bow with desperate resolve, a silent promise forming in his heart. He's ready to risk everything for Dami, but can he truly change fate? His eyes glow with an ethereal blue light, a fierce determination etched onto his face. This time, failure is not an option, the world will remember his resolve. Suddenly, the scene shifts, and a man wakes with a start, his eyes wide with fear and confusion. Was it all a nightmare, or something far worse? He sits in front of the television, a news report flashing chilling images of chaos in the city. A mysterious creature has appeared, but this is only the beginning. The world descends into a gruesome nightmare, as hordes of the undead tear through civilization. In an instant, everything changed, leaving only chaos and despair. A voice breaks the tension, pulling him back to reality, as a child asks what he's looking at. Could this be his chance to rewrite history, to save his daughter? A gentle figure appears in his mind, perhaps a memory of the one he strives to protect. The chilling words echo, reminding him of the sheer struggle they faced. The memory shifts to a fiery, desolate landscape, as he clutches Dami, begging her to wake. But the world around them has already become a living hell. Tears stream down his face, a heartbreaking testament to the brutal reality of their world. How could an old man and a young girl ever hope to survive such a nightmare? And then, in a chilling instant, it was over for them. The past fades, leaving us with a stark, unsettling truth. But death was not the end, as a dazzling, mysterious entity appeared. He was granted another chance, a desperate second shot at destiny. Suddenly, he's back in his bed, but something is terribly wrong. A strange number floats above his head, a chilling mark he's never seen before. He jolts upright, bewildered, demanding answers from an empty room. What is this number, and why does he feel so different? His gaze is fixed, his mind racing as he processes the impossible. This number, what could it possibly mean for his new reality? He sees it now, staring back at him from his own reflection. The mysterious number is physically there, changing everything he thought he knew. Panic surges as he pounds on the door, desperately calling out Dami's name. Time is running out, and he must find her before it's too late. A frantic banging pierces the night, disturbing a young woman's sleep. Annoyed, she demands to know what the commotion is about. He lunges, grabbing her shoulders, his voice full of desperate relief. But she's just confused, wondering if he's had a terrible dream. No time for questions, he shouts, dragging her out the door. The strange number floats above him, a silent countdown to something terrible. She calls him Dad, begging for an explanation, but he only repeats there's no time. Their desperate escape has only just begun. Panic in his eyes, he tries to warn her of what's coming next. The truth is too horrifying to even speak aloud. Suddenly, the nightmare is real, as a grotesque monster lunges from the shadows. There's no escaping this brutal reality. But then, a jarring shift, he screams awake, heart pounding, the number above him now changed. Was it all a vision, or a chilling replay? He's back in his room, but the chilling realization hits him, the mysterious number has dropped. What does a lower number truly mean for his life? His face contorts in a silent moment of shocking clarity. The pieces of this bizarre puzzle are finally clicking into place. And then he understands, this isn't just a number, it's his remaining lives. The game has begun, and he has limited chances to survive. His hand clenches, a desperate realization gripping him. This isn't just a game, it's a stark count of how many more chances he has left. Flashback to the past, he battles through a zombie apocalypse, baseball bat in hand, fighting for someone precious. His life count, 93, reveals how many times he's been through this nightmare. He fights savagely, covered in blood, amidst the undead, the number of his remaining chances dropping to 71. He's willing to abandon his very humanity for survival. His mind replays the chilling moment he couldn't save her, her terrified face surrounded by monstrous hands. He's done everything, but it was never enough. Even with his life count at 52, he continues the desperate struggle against the hordes. Each failed attempt brings him closer to a painful truth. Now, the older, grizzled version of himself appears, his face etched with countless battles. He knows 100 or 1,000 chances wouldn't be enough. He turns to see a grotesque figure, a constant reminder of his ultimate failure. Only 13 chances left, and the horror persists. A faint whisper echoes, the heartbreaking plea of his daughter, calling out for him. Even in his regression, her cries haunt him. He cradles her broken body, tears mingling with blood, as he realizes his profound weakness. A father's despair reaches its peak. With his daughter in his arms, he raises a gun, a final, desperate act. He knows his weakness has only led her to death, time and time again. He wakes, tears still streaming from the brutal reality of his memories. The number 98 floats above him, reminding him that this is his 98th chance to change everything. Meanwhile, a young woman stirs, disturbed by the commotion outside her room. She's annoyed, wondering what could be so urgent. She steps out, her voice laced with sleepy irritation, asking her dad about the late-night disturbance. Little does she know, her world is about to change forever. His eyes are wide with a terror she can't comprehend, a silent scream of desperation. Her innocent question hangs in the air, unaware of the horror he's already seen. In a sudden, desperate move, he pulls her into a tight embrace, clinging to her as if his life depends on it. He has to protect her, no matter the cost. He whispers a solemn promise into her ear, his voice filled with a determination born from countless failures. This time, things will be different. He holds her close, the weight of 1,000 failed futures heavy on his mind. He vows to survive and save her, even if it takes countless lives to succeed. His face is a mask of fierce resolve as he urges her to trust him. There's no time for doubt, only immediate action. Dami looks up, confusion warring with a hint of fear in her wide eyes. A single tear begins to fall, sensing the gravity of his words. Under the ominous title Dej Owen, he stands amidst a fiery wasteland, cradling Dami for what feels like the final time. The number 1 glows above him, a chilling reminder of his last chance to survive. After 99 brutal attempts, he finally found it, the perfect sanctuary. But the true battle has just begun. Protected by the formidable combined military base soldiers, this haven promises a glimmer of hope. But how long can they hold out? And within its walls, dedicated university hospital staff tirelessly heal the wounded and sick. This feels almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Here, against all odds, a semblance of normal life thrives, children playing under a watchful sky. A miracle, or just a fleeting dream? This perfect haven became his entire world, a lifetime spent in hard-won peace. But what happened to his daughter, Dami? 40 long years later, the truth is revealed in a somber cemetery. He's lived, but at what cost, and who is he truly visiting? He had to be careful, for this was his final, precious chance. Every decision weighed heavily, shaping his new reality. A simple bouquet rests on a quiet tombstone, a testament to a long-fought victory. He is now certain of something profound. With a peaceful smile, he reflects on the safe haven, his final destination. The number 1 still hovers, a quiet reminder of his journey. Then, a chilling, resolute smile. He's waited long enough, ready to reunite with his daughter in the ultimate peace. This is the end, or is it a new beginning? A new reality, a new chance, as he finally finds Dami standing beside him, safe amidst the debris. A sigh of relief escapes him, but the journey is far from over. But the peace was an illusion, a chilling memory resurfaces. Just before reaching the final sanctuary, Dami died in his arms, his last chance gone. Under the pouring rain, he cradles her lifeless form, haunted by the crushing realization. Her death, in his final timeline, was all because of his mistake. 40 years, hundreds of repeats, all for this one purpose, to perfect every detail. His only goal, to keep Dami alive until the very end. Now, return to the beginning, a fierce resolve burns in his eyes. This time, he absolutely won't make any mistakes. He steps out, confused by the sudden noise, just as the horrors begin to stir. The new apocalypse has arrived, but he hasn't quite grasped it yet. The nightmare he's lived 100 times explodes into gruesome reality. A tide of the undead claws through the streets, hungry for flesh. His brow furrows in a moment of unsettling realization. There's something new, something unexpected, a variable he never accounted for. Across 40 years and countless rehearsals, he'd prepared for everything, but one chilling variable remained. A new terror emerges, unlike any he's faced before. And then, in a terrifying moment, the unthinkable happens, he freezes. All his preparation, all his lives, for this unexpected horror. He swings a golf club, but this isn't how it usually goes. This new threat changes everything, something he never saw in his 99 past lives. How can he adapt to this new nightmare? Suddenly, he faces a horde of grotesque zombies right at his door. This was the one constant, the unchanging rule of his nightmares, now shattered. What's happening this time? He reels back in shock as a monstrous zombie lunges for him. In all his past lives, the zombies never attacked this early, right at his doorstep. This changes everything. Dami screams, her eyes wide with terror as the horror unfolds before her. Her desperate cry for her dad hangs in the air. Can he protect her this time? She falls to the ground, screaming in terror as her dad seemingly abandons her. Is this another failed attempt, or does he have a desperate plan? Her scream echoes through the chaos as she lies helpless on the ground. Pure terror grips her. Can anyone save her from this nightmare? Dami looks up, confused and terrified, as her dad blocks the doorway. What is he planning, and why is he leaving her outside the safety of their home? She desperately pounds on the door, begging her dad to open it and let her in. His actions are baffling, yet he must have a reason for this cold decision. Outside, a grotesque horde of zombies smashes against the door, their hunger insatiable. The horrifying reality of his choice becomes painfully clear, but is it a sacrifice he can bear? His face contorts in agony, gritting his teeth against the overwhelming pressure of his decision. He's been through this pain before, but this time, it's a calculated choice for survival. The pain of letting her cry rips through him, a sorrow he's felt 99 times already. He's sacrificing her tears for her survival. He faces death once more, consumed by the horde, but this agonizing pain is now a familiar friend. His countless lives have hardened him. A moment of pure, innocent joy flashes through his mind, his daughter, tiny and happy. This is what he fights for, what he dreams of saving. He gazes down at her, a gentle smile on his face, cherishing a memory of simpler times. He's determined to bring back this peaceful past. He touches her tiny foot, a silent promise forming, a resolve stronger than any monster. No matter what, he will save her. He pushes against the door, keeping the horror out, his zombified face a grim mirror to Dami's terrified tears. He sacrifices himself so she doesn't cry. Submerged in the terrifying depths, Dami wonders if this is truly the end, if her death is finally permanent. The water closes in around her. But in a blinding flash, he refuses to accept that ending, shattering death itself. This isn't how his story, or hers, will conclude. His eyes blaze with an unyielding resolve, a fiery oath. Dying countless times means nothing, as long as she lives. He endures the agonizing torment of death, consumed by blue light, a single thought burning through the pain. Her survival is his only purpose. His scream of agony rips through the very fabric of existence, defying death itself. The system grants him another chance, his life count now showing a chilling 2. He stands amidst a sea of fallen undead, his body battered but unyielding. Each defeated monster is a testament to his brutal fight for survival. But the horror isn't over, as a grotesque zombie lunges forward, its hunger insatiable. One wrong move and it's all over. He stands reborn amidst the chaos, his body now radiating an eerie blue glow. This desolate world is his battlefield, and he's ready to dominate it. Power surges through him, his skin etched with the marks of countless battles. His eyes gleam with a fierce, dangerous resolve, ready to unleash his awakened strength. The horde descends, a chorus of guttural screams echoing in the darkness. They are relentless, a tide of pure, unthinking horror. Lying defeated by the door, she is the silent witness to his 100th failure. A heart-wrenching defeat, again. But through the crack of the door, a dazzling blue light beckons, promising something new. Could this be the turning point she desperately needs? Her tear-filled eyes reflect the impossible truth: another chance has been given. But what will this fresh start truly mean for her, and for him? He clutches her tightly, a chilling promise whispered through gritted teeth. Even if he's no longer human, he will protect his daughter until the very end. Transformed, his body now glows with an ominous blue light, fangs visible, yet his first thought is for Dammy's safety. He's not human anymore, but he's still her dad. The scene shifts dramatically, and we find ourselves in the Seoul Mapo district. But under this peaceful moon, danger still lurks. Suddenly, a stern military man appears, his face contorted in disbelief and frustration. What shocking sight has him so enraged? Our protagonist and Dammy approach a fortified A-Mart, met by armed soldiers. Their commander demands to know who they are, sensing something is off. The military commander is baffled, seeing zombies swarming everywhere, yet our protagonist and Dammy made it through. How did they survive this overwhelming horde? His patience snaps, the military man screaming a chilling threat. He's not afraid to use force to get his answers. Our protagonist ignores the threats, his attention drawn to something else. He coolly asks the enraged commander what's wrong with his face. The commander's eyes glow with an eerie blue, a chilling realization dawning on him. Could our protagonist be more like them than he appears? In a surprising turn, the commander suddenly asks if our protagonist is a celebrity because of his sunglasses. The tension lightens, but for how long? Just as things get weird, a powerful woman with glowing eyes steps forward, ordering them to get lost. Meet former Captain Cha Hyori, the Black Widow, and she's not to be messed with. The formidable Black Widow immediately makes her stance clear, turning her back on them. She warns there's no room for them here, forcing them to find another place, but where can they go now? The Black Widow confronts him directly, her eyes blazing with fury, demanding they leave. But our protagonist holds his ground, unyielding in his desperate mission. He pleads desperately, holding his coughing daughter, revealing her worsening asthma and their week-long ordeal. His raw plea echoes, but will it be enough to sway the formidable Black Widow? With a desperate, heart-wrenching plea, he offers to leave Dammy if it means her safety, shocking his daughter. He's willing to sacrifice everything, even his own presence, to protect her. Her face contorts in a terrifying snarl, eyes glowing intensely as rage consumes her. This mommy does not like emotional appeals, but what will she do now? The military commander, disgusted by the emotional outburst, openly scoffs and spits, calling our protagonist insane. He clearly thinks this man's tactics are ridiculous. Another soldier mocks the protagonist's desperate pleas, certain they won't work on their stoic captain. They clearly underestimate the man who has died 100 times. In a shocking twist, the stoic captain is suddenly weeping, snot running down her face, to the utter disbelief of her soldier. She's not as tough as she lets on, is she? Wiping her nose, the formidable Captain Cha Hyori unexpectedly orders her soldiers to let them in. She can be swayed after all, but what's her motive? With a stern gaze and a snotty nose, she clarifies her motives: it's not kindness, but a need for more manpower to guard the A-Mart. And she's still telling him to wipe his nose. He offers a faint, knowing smile, reflecting on the stoic Captain Cha Hyori. Even with all his experience, she still manages to surprise him, proving she's just as he remembers. This is Captain Cha Hyori, a retired soldier who rallied survivors and defended the entire supermarket. She's a true warrior, a protector of the people in this desolate world. She's known to be as cold as a serpent, unyielding to emotion. But surprisingly, she has a soft spot for stories of parental sacrifice, a weakness he just expertly exploited. Suddenly, Dammy screams, her eyes wide as she confronts her dad. What shocking thing did he do that made his daughter react with such surprise and alarm? Dami is furious, demanding answers about his inexplicable actions earlier. It clearly wasn't part of their plan. He tries to explain, but his daughter isn't having it. A soldier orders them to follow, but Dami's persistent cough echoes through the quiet. Her dad cuts her off, trying to hide her illness from their new hosts. Dami clutches her head, her condition clearly worsening, and the soldier looks at her in disbelief. Is her health already failing, or is she playing a part? Dami's mental state is crumbling, her exhaustion growing more dangerous by the minute. She needs rest, a true sanctuary, before it's too late. All of this, her deteriorating condition and his transformation, is due to two unexpected variables. The shocking incident from a week ago has changed everything. He tries to comprehend his transformation, realizing he was bitten but survived, even gaining immense strength. Is he still human, or has he become the very thing he fights, a zombie? This is the A-Mart Hapjeong branch, the supposed optimal route for early survival. This building holds the key to lasting through this nightmare, but will it be enough? He knows this place, a fortress filled with supplies, the only one protected by real soldiers. This is where Dami will be safe, if only they can get in. He stares at the looming, damaged building next to the A-Mart, a place that promises safety. This is his final, desperate gamble for Dami's life, but something feels off. The building next door is utterly destroyed, a shocking deviation from his past lives. His daughter senses his uncanny knowledge, wondering if he's from the future. A grim soldier recounts the past few days, his expression hardening. The air thickens with a heavy tension, as the truth of what happened begins to unfold. Just 3 days ago, zombies swarmed, and the formidable Captain Shahiri fought them head-on. She's a force to be reckoned with, but even she couldn't stop them all. The captain, a true strategist, lured the overwhelming horde into the adjacent building. Her plan was daring, risking everything to protect their sanctuary. Then, a massive explosion erupted, obliterating the building and the hordes within. Every single monster was crushed, a desperate, final solution to their monstrous problem. The soldier describes the grim aftermath, confident the zombies are flattened like dried squid. But a few might have survived, now trapped, slowly rotting in the rubble. The soldier challenges him, clearly suspicious of his knowing gaze. He scoffs at the idea of anything surviving that blast, but our protagonist knows better, doesn't he? The soldier's skepticism is about to be shattered, as a monstrous, hulking figure looms from the shadows. He scoffed, but something truly did survive, and it's enormous. His confident smirk vanishes, replaced by utter disbelief as his eyes widen in terror. The soldier realizes his arrogant words might have been a deadly mistake. The colossal creature, scarred and enraged, reveals itself in the harsh light, raising a massive fist. It's an abomination of muscle and malice, ready to unleash its fury. With a devastating blow, the monster slams its fist down, shaking the very ground and sending debris flying. This isn't just a zombie, it's a living, breathing wrecking ball of pure destruction. Panic erupts among the soldiers as they finally see the impossible, screaming in terror. The cleaned-up area is suddenly swarming with the undead, leaving them stunned and terrified. Captain Shahiri springs into action, her face a mask of fierce determination as she aims her rifle. She barks orders, ready to face this new wave of terror head-on. Bullets rain down on the colossal zombie, sparks flying with every impact. But this monster seems utterly unfazed, proving just how much of a threat it truly is. One of the monsters lets out a guttural roar, its eyes burning with savage hunger as it lunges. It's a chilling sound, promising utter devastation. The soldier from before collapses, surrounded by fallen comrades, clutching his head and screaming in pure, unadulterated terror. His world has crumbled, and this nightmare is far from over. The colossal monster looms over the helpless soldier, its massive fists poised for a final, crushing blow. There's nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. Just as despair sets in, the formidable Captain Shahiri leaps into action, blocking the monster's crushing blow. She's protecting her soldier, no matter the cost. She pulls him up, shouting, "Get it together, you wanna die." Her unwavering determination is inspiring, even in the face of impossible odds.
Her eyes narrow, realizing this isn't just any zombie, this is something far worse.
She has to adapt, and fast, to this unprecedented threat.
She barks orders, pushing everyone to flee towards the A-Mart, their last hope.
The horde closes in, turning their escape into a frantic dash for survival. The protagonist tries to speak, but she cuts him off, her resolve unwavering. "Shut up, and run," she commands, knowing every second counts.
He glances back, seeing the chaos, knowing this is the moment.
He has to keep Dami safe, no matter how fast they run. But in the frantic escape, he takes a hit, falling to the ground.
Is this the end for him, or part of his grand plan? He outlines their desperate plan: lure the colossal monster to the fortified barricade outside the A-Mart. It's their only chance to trap it.
Captain Hyori confidently states the barricade will hold, promising to find the monster's weakness.
But then, a sudden realization dawns on her.
Her eyes widen in disbelief as she looks back at the A-Mart, seeing civilians still on the first floor.
This crucial mistake could jeopardize everything.
Civilians cower in terror on the first floor, their faces etched with fear, a tiny baby clutched in frantic arms. Why weren't they evacuated already? Captain Hyori's desperate thought echoes. Damn it, Captain Hyori snarls, taking charge, a desperate plan forming in her mind. She'll distract the monster, shouting for the others to get inside, no matter the risk. But where's her dad? Captain Hyori demands, as Dami stands alone, bewildered and vulnerable. The Black Widow's concern is clear, but time is running out. Did her dad run away? Captain Hyori's face contorts in a furious snarl, unable to comprehend his actions. She assumes the worst, but knows nothing of his sacrifices.
But Dami simply points, a silent accusation hanging in the air.
Her dad didn't abandon her, he's out there, somewhere in the chaos. Just as Dami points, her dad is violently smashed to the ground, blood splattering everywhere.
He truly is out there, facing pure destruction alone.
Captain Hyori and her soldiers stare in stunned silence, witnessing the impossible courage of the man fighting alone.
This isn't just a distraction, it's a brutal sacrifice.
A kind man quickly covers Dami's eyes, shielding her from the horrifying scene unfolding before them. Some innocence must be preserved, even in this living hell. Bruised and battered, but still standing, our protagonist sighs in exhausted relief.
He's survived another encounter, but the war is far from over.
A look of profound regret crosses Captain Hyori's face, a soft apology whispered to the man she misjudged. She knows now, he's no coward, but a true protector.
Captain Hyori reflects on the father's actions, realizing the immense sacrifice he just made.
A chilling thought echoes, has he broken a promise to Dami to save her? He smiles, blood splattered on his face, revealing his deepest fear, seeing Dami hurt. Every brutal death he faced was to protect her, no matter the cost. Captain Hyori is stunned by his impossible survival, demanding to know his true identity.
Who is this man, and how does he know so much?
His eyes glow, revealing a chilling blue light as he finally introduces himself. He is Ryu Minsik, and he's about to reveal his true power.
Dami interrupts, desperate for him to stop, knowing what he's about to reveal.
The truth could put him in immense danger. Dami's eyes widen in terror, pleading with her dad not to reveal his true nature. She knows the world will not accept what he has become. He stares ahead, his eyes blazing with an unearthly blue, confirming his terrifying transformation. He is not just human anymore, he is a zombie expert. Captain Hyori and Dami exchange a look of utter disbelief, questioning his shocking claim. What kind of expert is he, and what does it truly mean?
Standing over a defeated monster, he casually reveals his dark secret: he's survived by meticulously studying their weaknesses.
He knows these creatures better than anyone. He smiles, bloodied but utterly confident, stating he's glad to be helpful. This terrifying man is now officially part of their group, for better or worse. With a chilling smile, Captain Hyori finally understands something profound.
But her calm reaction to his terrifying power is more unsettling than anything else. But her smile quickly vanishes, replaced by a furious grasp. She has just realized the terrifying truth, and it's something she can't ignore. Dami screams, shocked by the captain's sudden aggression,
but Captain Hyrie quickly silences her. She's not allowing any interruptions when the truth is on the table. Captain Hyrie's voice echoes, stunned by his impossible feat. He defeated a bulletproof monster with nothing but his bare hands, but how? Then she sees his eyes, glowing red like the monsters they fight. A chilling realization dawns, confirming her darkest suspicions about him. Her voice tight with suspicion, she demands the truth, asking the ultimate question, are you even human? The tension is suffocating. With a terrifying calm, he answers, no, while a knife presses to his throat. But he reveals a secret, the bullets did wound the monster after all. Captain Hyrie is utterly stunned, as he casually explains, the monster was already weakened by her bullets. He simply delivered the final blow, or so he claims. This colossal beast is an eater, a monstrous creature born from two fused zombies. They possess immense strength and impenetrable defense, making them a true terror. But even such a formidable monster has a weakness, and he knows exactly what it is. With a chilling smile, he reveals its Achilles heel, its jaw. After revealing the monster's weakness, he smirks, claiming that yes, its jaw is vulnerable, but only if you hit it hard enough with a steel hammer. His glowing eyes betray a deeper, more chilling truth. But Captain Hyrie isn't fooled, her gaze fixed on his unnaturally glowing eyes. She demands an explanation, and he casually blames a genetic condition, but she's not buying it. She's had enough of the probing, stating that's why she covers her eyes, because such stares make her uncomfortable. Her own glowing hand suggests she might be hiding a similar secret. The captain isn't backing down, pressing a knife to his chest and challenging him with a chilling question. Her eyes glow ominously, demanding to know if he still looks like a zombie to her. Her suspicions are growing stronger, her face a mask of deep mistrust. She's convinced something is profoundly wrong with this man, and she won't rest until she knows the truth. But then, a thought strikes her, as Dami cries for them to stop arguing. A zombie wouldn't protect its daughter, would it? A contradiction that challenges everything she believes. The formidable captain makes a shocking choice, her unwavering gaze fixed on him. She finally decides to allow his presence, for now, despite the unsettling mysteries. The doors to the sanctuary finally open, as she turns and commands them to come inside. A grudging acceptance in her voice, their temporary refuge awaits. The captain lays down the law, warning him she'll be watching his every move. She emphasizes his self-proclaimed title, a clear sign of her lingering distrust in Mr. Expert. The aftermath of battle, as two soldiers rush to Captain Hyrie, their faces etched with concern. She stands calmly amidst the chaos, utterly unfazed, ready for what comes next. Captain Hyrie demands to know why the civilians weren't evacuated according to protocol. A soldier collapses in shame or fear, unable to explain their failure. The tension is still palpable as the captain demands answers. The soldier admits they panicked under the overwhelming attack. Captain Hyrie's fury burns, reminding them that everyone would have perished if the monster hadn't been stopped. Their lives hung by a thread, and they barely made it out alive. Her eyes blaze with a terrifying blue light as Captain Hyrie issues a chilling ultimatum. If they fail again, it won't be the zombies they need to fear, it will be her. This mommy means business. The soldiers snap to attention, saluting, and shouting their agreement. Captain Hyrie turns, her anger still evident, a clear sign she's not to be messed with. She's a force of nature, isn't she? One soldier, clearly exhausted but still loyal, wishes the captain well. Despite their terror, they trust her to lead them through this nightmare. Inside the A-Mart, survivors rest on designated squares, grateful for their temporary safety. It's a surreal sight, a glimpse of fragile peace amidst the apocalypse. This is what they're fighting for. Ryu, Minsik and Dami are finally inside, resting on the floor. Dami, still bewildered, questions her dad, unsure of his strange actions. The journey has taken its toll, but they're safe, for now. Dami beams with relief, happy her dad's bluff worked and he didn't get caught. She's still unaware of the full extent of his sacrifice, his many deaths to bring them here. Dami is bewildered by her dad's boldness, his audacious lies. Meanwhile, he knows Captain Hyrie is no fool, a sharp soldier who doesn't bluff, a dangerous woman. The stakes are higher than Dami knows. Dami, confused, asks if her dad knows the formidable captain. His silence hints at a deeper, untold story, a history he's lived countless times. He denies knowing her in this life, a faint smile playing on his lips as fragments of his past lives flash through his mind. He's met Captain Hyori countless times, in different timelines, always striving for Dami's safety. Each brutal lesson guides his actions in this fragile reality. Dami, still bewildered by his actions, questions his newfound vocabulary. He smirks, claiming he learned it from her, but she's adamant she never taught him. This mysterious man keeps surprising his daughter. His eyes glow with an eerie red as he insists, "You did." He's lived countless lives, each one a lesson, and his daughter has been his greatest teacher. The world fades, and we're pulled into a heartwarming flashback under a starry night. He remembers countless lessons, small moments where Dami, unknowingly, taught him everything he needed to survive. Back in the present, he stands, promising to find Dami something to eat. His determination shines through, driven by the memories of every precious moment. He presents a pair of sunglasses, a silent promise hovering in the air. This simple gesture holds a deeper meaning, a secret pact he's about to ask his daughter to keep. Dami holds the sunglasses, listening intently as he asks for her solemn promise. She must never reveal his terrifying transformation. His voice is grave as he warns her of the immense danger. If his secret is ever revealed, it's not just him who will suffer, but his precious daughter too. Dami's face is etched with worry, grasping the gravity of his words. He pushes for her promise, a silent understanding passing between father and daughter. Days pass, and he's now working with the soldiers, sorting supplies, a quiet calm settling in. He reflects on Dami's words, realizing she's always been right. He's settled in, but a chilling thought plagues him as he walks through the supply room. If his secret gets out, chaos will erupt. He knows the fear his true nature could ignite, an unstoppable wave of panic. He has to keep it hidden, for everyone's sake. He returns, the box of supplies in his arms, his glowing eyes a secret from the others. But what surprised him so much? He finds Dami sleeping soundly, a moment of peace amidst the chaos. He watches over her, ensuring her safety above all else. He gently covers Dami with a blanket, a silent gesture of love and protection. His mission is clear: keep her warm, keep her safe. His face is etched with a new intensity, a question burning in his mind. Why is this timeline so different, so much more dangerous than before? The apocalypse is evolving, the zombies appearing faster and in new terrifying forms. This unprecedented variable changes everything he thought he knew. A week in, and the world is already far more twisted, throwing all his past experiences into question. This new reality is a terrifying unknown. Under the eerie moonlight, a chilling feeling washes over him. These new creatures, they aren't just mindless, they're hunting him down. They hunt him and Dami, their monstrous forms lurking in the shadows. He's a target, and his daughter is in unimaginable danger, but why? The monstrous horde closes in, their glowing red eyes fixed on him in the eerie darkness. He wonders if his very existence unnerves them, or if they're gripped by a terrifying fear. One thing is certain: they want him dead. He realizes the chilling truth: to these mutated horrors, he's also an unknown, a dangerous variable in their twisted world. His very presence disrupts their monstrous order. With a chilling calm, he stands over a defeated monster, realizing the entire zombie horde is now gathered. He's pleased, no longer needing to hunt them down individually. His body radiates an eerie blue glow, muscles rippling with an unnatural power. He's ready to unleash his awakened strength, eager to begin the brutal fight. A monstrous horde of grotesque zombies stands before him, their red eyes burning with hunger. He's not intimidated, only impatient, ready to begin his relentless assault. With a ladder slung over his shoulder, he moves with fierce urgency, driven by a single purpose. He must finish this before his daughter even opens her eyes. His body glows with eerie power, his veins pulsing with otherworldly energy, yet his mind is set on a simple, fatherly task. He has to cook, before anything else. A blinding flash of blue energy erupts, a devastating force unleashed in the chaotic night. He's not just strong, he's a pure weapon. Meanwhile, completely unaware of the raging battle,
Dami sleeps soundly, wrapped in the warmth of her blanket. This is his precious reason for fighting.
With a gentle stretch and a soft yawn, Dami begins to stir, slowly waking from her peaceful slumber.
Her dad's secret mission is almost complete. Dami finally awakens to her dad's smiling face, holding a plate of food. His red eyes glow, a hidden secret, as he welcomes her back to consciousness. He presents her with a warm meal, crafted with love and care, even featuring a cute heart on the rice. Every detail is perfect, but will she ask about last night? He kneels down, beaming, asking if she's hungry after her long sleep. Little does she know, his long night was filled with a brutal, secret battle. Meanwhile, somewhere else, Captain Chahiri's office door stands ominously. A voice demands, "Are you messing with me?" The tension already palpable. A soldier confronts Captain Hiri, confirming the strange, loud noises from last night. What chaos unfolded under the cover of darkness? A scouting report delivers shocking news: all the zombies in the area are dead, piled high under the morning light. Who or what could have caused such utter devastation? Captain Hiri is furious, slamming her hand down, demanding answers to the impossible. Did the zombies just fight each other to death, or is something far more sinister at play? The soldier insists he saw it with his own eyes, despite his own disbelief. He confirms the impossible, leaving Captain Hiri to process this baffling information. Captain Hiri processes the incredible report: all zombies wiped out in just 4 hours. Her brow furrows, realizing something is gravely wrong, but what's her next move? She sits, a chilling realization dawning on her, and issues a terse command: "Gather everyone." Her soldier is bewildered, sensing the gravity of her decision. The formidable Captain Hiri makes a shocking announcement, her voice echoing with fierce determination. It's time to leave the supposed sanctuary, but why, after all this effort? The survivors are utterly bewildered, questioning the captain's sudden command. If the zombies are gone, why would they abandon their only safe haven? Their confusion is palpable. Captain Hiri explains her reasoning, revealing a critical piece of information from 3 days ago. There was another military unit, the 2nd Mechanized Infantry Brigade, but what happened to them? She reveals the staggering truth: this brigade is heavily armed, capable of sheltering civilians, and supposedly the only one left. Could this be their ultimate salvation, or a desperate gamble? The survivors erupt in protest, furious at the idea of leaving their temporary safety based on a single, old radio call. Their fear is real, and they're not willing to risk everything so easily. Captain Hiri remains unyielding, declaring her absolute trust in the source of the radio call. She knows the person on the other end, but who is this mysterious figure she trusts so deeply? The captain reveals the identity of the person she trusts, a formidable soldier known as Blue Hawk. His powerful presence is legendary, and if he's involved, it might just be their only hope. Despite the captain's assurances, the civilians remain furious, calling her plan suicide. They refuse to risk their lives on a call from 3 days ago, convinced it's a deadly gamble. The argument escalates into a full-blown shouting match, the captain desperate to make them understand. The debate rages: risk it all for a new sanctuary, or face the certain doom if the zombies return. Just as the argument reaches its peak, a soldier shouts, "Look!" his eyes wide with alarm. Something unexpected is happening, something he apparently foresaw. The true horror is about to begin. The man in the blue cap scoffs, questioning Captain Hiri's leadership. He suggests her emotional decision to leave is something a man wouldn't do. Captain Hiri's face contorts in fury, her eyes glowing with a dangerous blue light. She demands a retort, unwilling to tolerate such blatant disrespect. Suddenly, our protagonist steps forward, his voice calm yet firm. He declares the zombies will return, contradicting the survivors' fragile hope. The man in the blue cap grabs our protagonist, angrily demanding to know who he is to act like an expert. Captain Hiri, intrigued, watches as the tension rises. The world shifts into a terrifying vision: a grotesque zombie lunges at a screaming survivor. Our protagonist's voice echoes, cutting through the chaos, declaring that staying means becoming a living meal. Our protagonist holds the terrified man, his red eyes blazing as he condemns their inaction. He insists staying is just waiting for death, a brutal lesson he's learned countless times. Dami, shocked by her dad's intense outburst, questions his strange behavior.
Meanwhile, the man in the blue cap, still defiant, demands a guarantee of survival. Our protagonist calmly admits he can't guarantee their survival, his red eyes still glowing. The survivors erupt in furious shouts, convinced he's all talk.
He turns to the entire crowd, challenging their defiance.
If they won't follow the soldiers, what exactly is their plan for survival, he asks. His voice cuts through the crowd, demanding if they truly believe they can survive without any help. His direct, piercing question hangs in the air, a stark reminder of their vulnerability. Suddenly, the crowd shifts, realizing the truth in his terrifying words. They agree, without the soldiers, their doom is sealed.
The voices multiply, a desperate consensus building in the room.
They realize the soldiers are their only hope for survival.
The entire crowd erupts, a unified roar echoing through the room.
They are ready to follow Captain Cha, their newfound hope burning bright.
Captain Hyori is left speechless, utterly baffled by his shocking ability.
In a single moment, he turned the entire crowd around. Her mind races, still reeling from his incredible influence.
She stares blankly, searching for an answer she can't find.
She watches him walk away, her eyes narrowed in deep suspicion. Just who is this man, a terrifying mystery to unravel? He casually dismisses the praise, but his glowing red eyes betray a darker truth. This isn't his first time swaying a crowd, is it? The world fades, and we're in his past, where he's calmly persuading dangerous men while tied up. He's a seasoned veteran of tough situations, a true survivor. Back in the present, he admits his true motives, protecting himself and his daughter. His honesty is chilling, but perhaps that's exactly why he's so effective. He offers a confident, knowing smile, declaring his absolute faith in Captain Hyori. He knows she'll pull it off, but how does he know so much? The moment of truth has arrived as Captain Hyori announces the escape operation. The fate of all survivors rests on her shoulders, and his unwavering faith. With a fierce cry, Captain Cha Hyori pledges to get every single survivor out alive. Her determination is palpable, making her a true mommy in this apocalypse. The escape operation has begun, a convoy of buses and vehicles pushing forward onto a desolate bridge. The journey ahead is long and perilous, promising new dangers around every corner. Inside the bus, Dami and the survivors brace themselves, their faces etched with anxiety and exhaustion. The road to safety is long, and every minute feels like an eternity. The soldiers stand guard, their expressions grim and determined, rifles at the ready. Their unwavering vigilance is the only thing protecting these fragile lives. Captain Hyori stands tall in the lead truck, surveying the convoy, her presence a beacon of strength. She's leaving nothing to chance, ensuring their perilous journey continues. They've reached a new area, a road sign indicating their continued journey. A sense of relief washes over them as they progress, but the danger is always lurking. Crossing the Han River again after all this time feels strange, a mix of nostalgia and chilling reality. Captain Hyori warns them to stay sharp, for the journey is far from over. Her expression is grave, her eyes reflecting the harsh truth: this escape is only the beginning. More challenges await, testing their resolve at every turn. Captain Hyori urgently calls out to Sergeant Shin, her voice cutting through the sounds of the road. Her sharp gaze suggests something is wrong, and they need to move even faster. The escape route suddenly becomes a battlefield, as the convoy is ambushed. What new horrors await them on this desperate journey? Captain Hyori wastes no time, shouting orders as the zombies are officially spotted. It's time for a desperate split-second plan, but will it be enough? With a cunning move, the soldiers throw objects to lure the horde, knowing their weakness. It's a risky gamble, playing on the zombies' heightened senses. The tactic worked, and the zombies are hot on their heels, chasing the decoy. But leading them away means putting themselves in direct danger, doesn't it? Captain Hyori maintains control, urging them to keep their distance, but the sheer numbers of the horde are overwhelming. Can they truly outrun this relentless wave? The terrifying truth sinks in: the horde is too vast, too fast, threatening to overwhelm the convoy. Time is running out, and escape seems impossible. Captain Hyori makes a desperate call, heading for Songsan Bridge, gambling on the zombies' second trait. She's counting on their mindless aggression, but what's her true plan? The truck barrels forward, Captain Hyori's sharp command echoing. They hit the bridge with a jarring force, but what awaits them on the other side? The zombies charge mindlessly forward, tumbling off the bridge into the abyss below. It's a horrifying sight, but their relentless pursuit plays right into the captain's hands. The convoy speeds away, leaving a wave of the undead plunging into the depths below.
They bought themselves time, but for how long can they outrun this relentless nightmare?
Just when they think they're safe, a chilling secret is revealed, the third trait of zombies. Their rear is their weak spot, but how will this new knowledge help them survive the next ambush? But the escape hits a new snag as a colossal road roller slams into a zombie, crushing it into oblivion. This heavy-duty machine is devastating, but whose side is it on? He screams a frantic warning, his red eyes blazing, a road roller is coming.
This isn't just a vehicle, it's a crushing force that could destroy everything.
Behold the true king of construction vehicles, a monstrous road roller, crushing everything in its path with dozens of tons of pressure.
It's an unstoppable force, a nightmare on wheels, but who is controlling it? The road roller barrels forward, relentlessly crushing hordes of zombies under its immense weight. This brutal rampage leaves nothing but carnage in its wake, but is it friend or foe? As the soldiers reel in terror, the colossal road roller continues its relentless sweep, utterly obliterating the undead.
Yet, our protagonist remains eerily calm, his glowing eyes fixed on the chaos, unaffected by the carnage around him. The bus speeds through the city, leaving the chaos behind in a blur of motion. Every mile is a step closer to safety, but the road ahead is still uncertain. Inside the bus, two weary passengers huddle, their faces etched with anxiety and exhaustion.
The toll of this relentless journey is clear, as they cling to a fragile hope. But then, a flicker of resolve ignites in the young woman's eyes, a fierce determination replacing her fear. She's serious, ready to face whatever comes next, but can she truly be ready? Dami confronts her dad, bewildered, asking why he has to be the one to face such dangers. With a gentle, knowing smile, he reassures her, because no one else can, and he'll always be by her side. Dami, still worried, whispers to her dad about his secret. She's afraid the soldiers might notice something strange, but what exactly is she hiding for him? Suddenly, a shout announces Captain Cha's team has returned, surprising Dami and the terrified person she's holding. What new challenge awaits them on this reunion?
Ryu Minsik grins, his red eyes glowing, reassuring Dami he's just assisting. But his fangs are visible, a chilling reminder of the secret he's keeping from everyone else. He's behind the wheel of that monstrous road roller, smiling and waving. Dami promises not to reveal his secret, but is he really in control of this terrifying machine? Dami stares in utter disbelief as the colossal road roller appears with her dad and the soldiers on top.
What impossible feat are they attempting now?
Captain Cha Hyori springs into action, gun in hand, barking orders to fall back behind her. She's taking point, facing the unknown threat head-on. Under a blinding sun, the monstrous road roller smashes through the zombie horde, leaving a trail of destruction. They're breaking through in one go, but how many casualties will it take? Inside the road roller, Captain Cha and Ryu Minsik drive forward, surrounded by soldiers. They're making a desperate push, but what awaits them at their destination? They've finally made it to the 2nd Mechanized Infantry Brigade base, a fortified stronghold that signals their arrival. Hope gleams on the horizon, but is this truly the end of their struggle? This base, a critical checkpoint he knows from countless past lives, was a long shot to reach in just 8 days. His journey continues, but the destination of Taejun still looms in the distance. He's smiling, proud of their record-breaking speed to the base, but a chilling thought runs through his mind.
His newfound strength could lead to recklessness, jeopardizing everything.
The terrifying vision of Dami's past injury flashes in his mind, a haunting reminder of why he can't falter. He vows to stick to the path he knows, for the real battle for her survival has just begun. The soldiers are ecstatic, cheering for their new hero, Mr. Expert. Captain Hyori looks on, her initial skepticism replaced with a grudging respect, acknowledging his undeniable impact on their survival. The soldier questions how he drove the intimidating road roller, but Ryu Mincy just smiles, a chilling wisdom in his eyes.
He reveals a simple truth: survival gets easier the more knowledge you acquire, and he's accumulated a lifetime of it.
The exhausted team finally arrives, a collective sigh of relief as they walk past the monstrous road roller. Ryu Mincy expresses his simple gratitude for their safe arrival, but his mind is surely already on the next challenge. Captain Hyori stops him, demanding a repeat of his words, her suspicion returning. His casual demeanor hints at a deeper game at play, one she's only just beginning to grasp.
Captain Hyori, annoyed, stomps on his foot, demanding his silence.
But then, a new voice booms, welcoming her to the base, shifting the focus to the new arrivals.
Two new soldiers, stern and welcoming, salute Captain Hyori, stating they've been expecting her arrival. It's Sergeant Lee and Hui, a key figure in this new, fortified location.
Captain Hyori is surprised, asking if Sergeant Lee knows her, and he confirms, revealing a message from Colonel Cha. Apparently, someone of her caliber was expected, but who is this mysterious Colonel Cha? Captain Hyori's face shows utter shock as she hears the name Colonel Cha. The revelation leaves her speechless, hinting at a deep, personal connection she never anticipated. Sergeant Lee reveals Colonel Cha's uncanny prediction about Captain Hyori, hinting at a long-standing, perhaps exasperated, relationship. This stubborn female officer is clearly someone he knows well, isn't she? Captain Hyori, brushing off the jab, quickly demands to know Colonel Cha's whereabouts. Her eagerness to see him hints at an important past, or a new mission, doesn't it?
Sergeant Lee points towards the rear gate, where civilians in a bus wait impatiently.
But what's happening at the back that requires the colonel's presence, we wonder. Captain Hyori's face instantly twists in alarm as she hears zombies have appeared at the rear gate. Her concern is palpable, a true leader worrying for her people. Her eyes widen in disbelief and horror, screaming if the colonel went to handle the zombies personally, and with troops. The sheer thought of it seems to terrify her.
Sergeant Lee calmly denies it, then corrects Captain Hyori's assumption.
His casual demeanor suggests something even more shocking is about to be revealed. A powerful, grizzled figure emerges, the very image of a hardened warrior. And then, the chilling truth drops: the colonel went to face the zombies alone.
35 agonizing minutes pass as soldiers watch from the tower, anticipating the colonel's return. Every second is an eternity in this brutal world, isn't it? The clock ticks, showing 27 seconds, a precise measure of the ongoing battle. Just how fast is this legendary colonel?
The colonel stands triumphant, casually dismissing his incredible feat as soldiers cheer for his new record. He declares that an axe always beats guns, a chilling testament to his raw power. This is Colonel Cha Pungo, Blue Hawk himself, a former Special Warfare Command leader. He finds slicing monsters himself way more satisfying, a chilling display of his raw power. A worried soldier urges him to use a gun next time, asking what if he gets bitten. The colonel just laughs, dismissing the idea entirely, believing himself untouchable. He boasts that at his level, he can see through the monsters clearly, hinting at an uncanny perception. This veteran has faced death countless times, just like someone else we know. His gaze is sharp, claiming he knows their exact fighting capabilities, every strength and every weakness. This man is a walking encyclopedia of the undead, isn't he? He brutally tells his soldiers they'd be useless with their pathetic skills, and would just get in his way.
Even though they're offended, they can't argue with his blunt assessment.
He stretches, complaining about his joints, admitting that age spares no one. Even a powerhouse like him feels the strain of battle, but he still stands triumphant. Still not satisfied, he openly grumbles about his useless subordinates, wishing for someone capable to show up. He doesn't know, does he, that a very capable expert is already on his way.
As the colonel complains, Ryu Mincy casually walks into view, wiping his mouth, having just dealt with a massive zombie.
The two powerhouses are finally about to meet. Colonel Cha, utterly shocked, stares at Ryu Mincy, demanding to know how he's still alive.
This grizzled veteran is truly surprised by the expert civilian. Ryu Mincyk's eyes blaze red as he unleashes a powerful punch, obliterating the monstrous zombie. The colonel just witnessed true, terrifying power, but what will he do next? The soldiers stare, utterly aghast, screaming in terror. What impossible power did they just witness? They have never seen anything like it. Colonel Cha's eyes narrow, his own power stirring, as he tries to grasp Ryu Minseek's impossible strength.
At his level, he believes he sees everything, but this is different, a new contender has arrived. The world fades as Ryu Minseek's mind reveals the true horrors he's faced, showing him exactly how powerful these monsters truly are. He knows their terrifying strength intimately, a painful knowledge gained from countless battles, and he's about to share it. Ryu Minseek calmly introduces himself, his smile unsettlingly casual after such a display of power. He claims he's just there to help, but there's a deeper game afoot, isn't there? Will the colonel be fooled? Colonel Chai's eyes blaze with furious red light, his axe raised high, ready to strike down this mysterious, unnerving man. He won't tolerate any threats to his base, not even from a powerful civilian. A deadly clash is inevitable. In a blur of motion, Colonel Cha's axe slices through the air, a devastating strike aimed at Ryu Minseek. But our protagonist is faster, dodging with an unnatural grace, leaving the colonel stunned. This dance of power has only just begun. The soldiers shriek in utter panic, witnessing their colonel's shocking attack on a civilian. They're caught between military orders and an impossible reality. This is a base-wide crisis. His mind reels, unable to process the impossible spectacle unfolding before his eyes. How could a mere civilian evade the legendary colonel's attack? What kind of man is this? The world is no longer what he knew. With a casual flick, Ryu Minseek holds up the broken head of the colonel's mighty axe, a silent testament to his impossible strength. Colonel Cha stares in utter disbelief, his ultimate weapon now useless against this civilian, who truly holds the power now. Stunned, Colonel Cha abandons his assault, his voice booming with a desperate, new command. He orders everyone inside, raising the red alert, finally realizing the true danger Ryu Minseek represents. The game has changed. The colonel's voice rings out, a chilling declaration echoing through the base. This man, he realizes, is no human, but a true monster. Ryu Minseek calmly acknowledges the colonel's sharp perception, his gaze unwavering. He knows his true nature can't be hidden from this seasoned warrior. Colonel Cha is stunned as Ryu Minseek speaks his full name, his eyes widening in shock. Who is this man, and how does he know him so intimately? The colonel stares in disbelief, his mighty axe now useless against this civilian. His world is shattered, as Ryu Minseek stands untouched amidst the chaos. Ryu Minseek calmly asserts his unwavering resolve to stay at the base, for Dammy's safety. He knows he must convince the formidable colonel first, no matter the method. The shattered axe head floats ominously, a stark reminder that mere words won't sway this terrifying man. The colonel realizes he needs a different approach to deal with Ryu Minseek. Colonel Cha's eyes burn with fierce determination, a grim smile on his face. He vows to show Ryu Minseek exactly who he is, in the only language he truly understands. With a chilling calm, Ryu Minseek accepts the challenge, his red eyes blazing. The fist conversation begins, a brutal display of power in this chaotic world. Colonel Cha looks back, a wry smirk on his face, surprised but intrigued. He asks if Ryu Minseek truly wants to fight him now, eager to test this mysterious man's limits. Colonel Cha crosses his arms, a thoughtful expression on his face. He's seen countless crazy individuals, but this man is different. He's intrigued, wondering how Ryu Minseek knew he'd be interested in a true challenge. Colonel Cha, radiating a furious blue aura, cracks his knuckles, ready for a brutal brawl. He's done talking, it's time to fight and finally find out the truth about Ryu Minseek. Colonel Cha leaps, consumed by a fierce blue aura, determined to test Ryu Minseek's true strength. This fist conversation is about to get intense. Suddenly, an urgent code red echoes through the base, shattering the tense calm. All civilians are ordered to shelter immediately, but why? What's happening now? Captain Hyori and the civilians are left bewildered by the sudden code red, demanding answers. The soldiers' hesitation suggests something terrifying, something beyond their control. Amidst the chaos, a new soldier urgently addresses Captain Guak, confirming his identity. But what news does he bring, and why is he so frantic? Captain Guak demands an explanation, clearly baffled by the situation. Captain Hyori, already reeling from the code red, is just as confused as he is. Captain Hyori, her face contorted in anger, confronts someone, demanding to know what they're doing. The tension is thick, but who is she so furious with? Captain Guac and his soldier reveal a shocking truth: the monster that attacked the colonel mentioned Captain Hyori's name. A chilling connection, one that could put her in immense danger. Captain Hyori is stunned, demanding answers about this monster that spoke. The soldier reveals the name, Ryu Minsik, leaving her baffled and desperate to understand his true identity. Captain Hyori stares, reeling from the shocking revelation, uttering Ryu Minsik's name as a chilling realization dawns. What terrifying secret does this man hold, and what will she do with this knowledge? As Captain Hyori processes his name, Ryu Minsik unleashes a brutal, blinding punch. The sheer force leaves even the formidable Colonel Cha reeling in utter disbelief. Wow, that's some serious power. One punch shattered the solid wall. Just how strong is this man? The impact is undeniable. Colonel Cha erupts in a furious rage, his body blazing with blue power, refusing to believe Ryu Minsik is human. He unleashes a devastating punch, demanding the truth. With his red eyes blazing, Ryu Minsik lands with a powerful force, the ground cracking beneath him. He's not just powerful, he's incredibly fast, isn't he? Colonel Cha stares in utter disbelief, his face etched with shock and sweat. Ryu Minsik's blazing red eyes and blurring fist show a speed the colonel never anticipated. Colonel Cha grits his teeth in agony, a grunt of pain escaping him. This fight is pushing him to his limits, a true test of his legendary strength. With a devastating impact, Colonel Cha is sent flying, reeling from an unseen blow. Ryu Minsik's power is truly overwhelming, pushing the colonel to his breaking point. Colonel Cha looks up, his face a mask of utter surprise. This man is unlike anyone he's ever faced, constantly defying all expectations, forcing the colonel to reconsider everything. Ryu Minsik unleashes a furious assault, his red eyes blazing with relentless power. Colonel Cha meets him with his own blue-eyed fury, their clash a blinding display of raw force, but who is truly stronger? The brutal fist conversation seems to conclude with Colonel Cha crouching, defeated. Ryu Minsik stands over him, calm and victorious, proving his power is truly unmatched. A hand suddenly reaches out and grabs, a decisive action taking place in the aftermath of their brutal fight. Someone is taking control, but what is their next move? Colonel Cha stares intensely at Ryu Minsik, his face contorted in disbelief, demanding to know if he's being mocked. Their heated confrontation escalates, but who will truly come out on top? Colonel Cha's eyes widen, a shocking realization dawning on him: Ryu Minsik was holding back his true power. The colonel demands to know if he was truly going easy on him, the insult clear. With unsettling calm, Ryu Minsik confirms he was, infuriating Colonel Cha even further. He warns the colonel of a terrifying consequence if he were to unleash his full power. Ryu Minsik's red eyes glow menacingly as he calmly threatens the formidable colonel. He might end up killing him, a chilling testament to his true, hidden strength. Colonel Cha, drenched in sweat, his bravado shattered, utters a single, stunned admission: he's right. The terrifying truth of Ryu Minsik's power has finally sunk in. The colonel's eyes blaze with the overwhelming realization, every cell in his body screaming the truth. He's been defeated, not by skill, but by a sheer difference in power. Ryu Minsik stands triumphant, radiating an ominous red glow, towering over the defeated colonel. Colonel Cha, still reeling from the defeat, demands to know Ryu Minsik's true motives. What is it? What exactly are you after? He shouts, desperate for answers from this mysterious man. With a calm and unexpected twist, Ryu Minsik finally reveals his shocking request: he wants the colonel's protection. But why would such a powerful being need safeguarding? The colonel stares, stunned, as Ryu Minsik declares, no. He doesn't need protection, but who does? He clarifies, it's not him who needs the colonel's protection. A powerful man, refusing help, but for whom? With raw emotion, he reveals the truth: his daughter, Ryu Dami, is the one he desperately seeks to protect. Her terrified face confirms the immense danger she faces. He pleads with the colonel, asking to remain at the brigade with Dami and the other survivors. His solemn request hangs in the air, a desperate gamble. In a shocking display of humility, Ryu Minsik kneels before the formidable colonel. What could make such a powerful man resort to such a desperate measure? His eyes blaze red as he promises the ultimate sacrifice. He will do anything if the colonel agrees. His resolve is absolute, a chilling testament to his desperation. The scene shifts to a serene night, as a school complex emerges as their new, fragile sanctuary. But what new challenges await them here? Inside the civilian shelter, survivors walk amidst temporary cubicles, a glimpse of fragile peace. They're safe for now, but for how long can this illusion last? Whispers spread among the survivors. They're uneasy, having heard someone mention a monster earlier. Suspicion grows about the powerful newcomer among them. Their fears escalate as they connect his glowing red eyes to the monster's.
The chilling realization dawns: is their new expert one of them, a true monster? The survivors' fears intensify as they wonder, is he actually a zombie? Ryuminsik is confined, bound by ropes and chains, bathed in an eerie blue light. The truth is finally out, but what will they do with him now? Colonel Cha's voice echoes, his terms clear: the survivors can stay. Ryuminsik listens intently, knowing the hard part is yet to come. The colonel's decision hinges on something more unsettling.
But the colonel's stern gaze falls upon Ryuminsik, his voice booming with suspicion. The problem is you, he declares, demanding to know how he can trust such a dangerous man.
The true test of their alliance has just begun.
The colonel is visibly shaken, his face etched with shock as Ryuminsik calmly utters a single, chilling word.
Isolation, he says, but what dark proposal is he truly making?
Ryuminsik looks up, his proposal unsettlingly calm. If you don't trust me, he offers, lock me up separately in solitary confinement.
He's willing to sacrifice his freedom for Dami's safety, a desperate gamble.
His face is grim, eyes blazing with a fierce, unwavering resolve. No matter how long it takes, he vows, ready to endure any suffering. He is determined to prove his worth. Bound in ropes and chains, confined to the cell, Ryuminsik makes a chilling promise. I'm not a threat, he declares, his eyes fixed on an unseen future. He will prove it, no matter the cost to himself. And then, a beacon of light in the darkness, Dami's smiling face peeks through the bars. Tada, she beams, bringing a moment of pure joy to the harsh reality. Ryuminsik, startled, presses against the bars, frantically asking if Dami is okay.
Me.
Of course I'm fine, she reassures him, but his worry is palpable. Their bond transcends these cold, steel bars.
Dami smiles, happy to report that the soldiers are taking good care of them.
She even got special permission to visit him, a small comfort in their unsettling new reality. Their journey continues. The survivors are openly complaining, frustrated with the cramped conditions of the shelter. This fragile piece is already wearing thin, and their patience is nearing its end. Ryuminsik offers a quiet apology, his red eyes glowing in the gloom of his cell, leaving Dami utterly confused. What could he possibly be sorry for now, in their new safe haven? He admits his failure, that he broke his promise not to stand out, the blood on the bars a chilling reminder of his brutal fight. He knows the danger his actions have brought upon them. The world fades, and we're back in a memory, where he apologizes to a younger Dami, questioning if she's disappointed in him. What past mistake is he reliving now, and why does it haunt him so deeply?
Dami, still in his memory, reassures him, acknowledging his role in getting everyone to safety.
She's tied up, but her smile is filled with gratitude, a stark contrast to his self-blame. Her face radiant with sincere warmth, Dami urges him to lift his head and ignore the whispers of others. Her unwavering faith is a powerful shield against his inner demons. With a simple, heartfelt declaration, Dami affirms her absolute trust in him, a truly profound moment. Her words are a stark contrast to the world's judgment, a bond that transcends his terrifying truth.
Dami suddenly realizes the time, frantically announcing she has to leave for roll call.
Their emotional reunion is cut short, but what new rules must she now follow in this strict base? With a wave and a fond farewell, Dami leaves him to rest, unaware of the battles he still faces alone. He sends her off with a gentle smile, his red eyes a silent, dangerous secret. Dami runs off, her footsteps echoing a sense of freedom, leaving Ryuminsik alone in his confined space. He's trapped for now, but his mind is surely already plotting their next move. Still confined, Ryuminsik watches the world, his red eyes glowing in the gloom. He appears calm, but his mind is surely already plotting their next move. Meanwhile, Captain Cha looks troubled, her gaze distant as if deep in thought. The recent events are clearly weighing heavily on her. She's clearly upset, wiping her nose, perhaps a rare moment of vulnerability for the formidable captain. Even the strongest leaders have their breaking points, don't they? Alone in his cold, confined cell, Ryuminsik stands silently. He's still bound, but his thoughts are surely free to roam. His face is somber, etched with a new scar from his recent battles. Even in his confinement, the weight of his sacrifices is evident. A soldier stands outside his cell, calling out his name. Ryuminsik is no longer alone, but what does this new visitor want with him? The soldiers deliver a chilling message: the colonel is looking for him. The game is far from over for Ryuminsik. A finger points to a location on the map, Gupeel Station. Multiple survivors detected, but danger surely lurks there. Colonel Cha reveals an urgent new development: acoustic sensors detected multiple survivor signals at Gupeel Station. It's a race against time, but what's the catch? But there's a chilling anomaly, an unidentified, strange frequency detected alongside the survivors. Could it be a new kind of monster, or something far worse? This mystery frequency could change everything, couldn't it? Colonel Cha, an undeniable force, sits at his command center, declaring that speed is essential for this mission. He won't risk slowing down, so he's sending in only the best, an elite team, but who will be on it? With a confident grin, Colonel Cha points to his chosen partner, a prisoner no less. He declares himself, and our protagonist, Ryuminsik, will lead this dangerous mission. Colonel Cha challenges Ryuminsik, his voice booming with a fierce reminder of his desperate plea. Can he truly prove his love for his daughter, no matter the cost? In a shocking display of raw power, Ryuminsik effortlessly shatters his chains, the metal fragments flying. He's ready to prove his worth, his power unleashed. With his red eyes blazing, Ryuminsik calmly asks, "When do we leave?" His power undeniable. The soldiers are stunned, realizing this civilian is far more dangerous than they thought. His face contorted in a fierce, determined grin, Ryuminsik declares it's time to go, now. His eyes glow with an unsettling mix of blue and red, his powers fully awakened for this critical mission. Under the grim glow of night, the Gupeel Station rescue operation has officially commenced. A lone figure with fiery red eyes stands ready, poised to face the unknown terrors ahead. The ruined city sleeps under a lonely moon, its shattered buildings looming in the dark. A desolate landscape, haunted by the echoes of a lost world. A tiny baby stares up, its eyes wide with innocent fear, a single word escaping its lips. A stark reminder of the fragile lives dependent on their rescue. Huddled in the desolate station, the survivors cling to each other, their faces etched with fear. Children cry out for their parents, a heartbreaking scene in this desperate stronghold. The baby's cries pierce the tense silence, startling its parents. Their faces contort in worry and fear, a heartbreaking scene unfolding in the desolate station. What will they do to quiet their child? Other survivors grow agitated, complaining about the noisy child in the already cramped space. The fragile peace shatters, as frustration mounts among the desperate group. Can they truly endure this pressure cooker of emotions? The mother whispers a desperate apology, while another survivor coldly tells the child to stop crying. The tension becomes unbearable, as the fear gives way to cruel impatience. How long can these survivors tolerate each other? Suddenly, the crying baby's voice echoes, calling out for its mother. A chilling shift in color suggests a terrifying presence has heard its desperate cry. Is something new and monstrous lurking in the shadows? A single, glowing red eye pierces the darkness, revealing a grotesque, terrifying face. The horror has arrived, drawn by the desperate sounds. There's no escaping this nightmare now. The desolate station plunges into a grotesque reality, as hordes of undead monsters rise from the shadows. Their guttural screams echo, a chilling symphony of impending doom. There's no escape from this living hell, is there? A brutal, rapid assault begins, as a person mercilessly tears through the zombie horde.
Each devastating blow shatters the grotesque figures, a desperate fight for survival.
But who is this powerful fighter, and can they truly make a difference? Inside a rugged vehicle, a burly man boasts about his car's toughness, clearly proud of its power.
He challenges Ryu Minsik, who calmly agrees, hinting at a shared, unspoken understanding. What impossible feat did they just achieve?
The car barrels through the zombie-infested streets, leaving a trail of crushed undead in its wake. This time, speed is everything, a ruthless tactic to outmaneuver the relentless hordes. Their journey is a desperate race against utter annihilation.
The muscular man holds up 2 fingers, a grim expression on his face, declaring the existence of unpredictables.
These unknown variables could change everything, threatening to shatter their carefully laid plans. Who are these mysterious unpredictables, and what do they mean for their future?
The first unpredictable is revealed. A massive cave-in has completely blocked the subway tracks.
This sudden obstacle changes everything, forcing them to find a new path. He raises another finger, grim-faced, ready to reveal the second unpredictable looming in the shadows.
What other terrifying variable could be hiding?
He points to a glowing screen, revealing the second unpredictable, that thing, a mysterious anomaly detected alongside the survivors.
Its very presence sets off alarm bells.
The screen confirms it, some unidentified creature is trapped inside, right alongside the survivors. The stakes have just soared, threatening everyone. His face is grim, declaring there's no time to lose.
They must act immediately, or face unimaginable consequences.
Ryu Minsik's red eyes gleam as he studies the tablet, his intense gaze unwavering.
He knows what he's up against, and he's already planning.
The tablet reveals their only entry point, a wide, usable ventilation shaft.
It's a risky path, but it's their best shot at getting inside undetected.
The mission is clear: infiltrate through the vent and rescue the survivors as fast as humanly possible.
This is a desperate, daring plunge into the unknown.
Suddenly, the unexpected happens as they fall, caught in strange, glowing webs.
What new trap has this mission sprung, leaving them bewildered? Disoriented, they hang upside down, questioning their bizarre predicament.
The mission has taken an immediate, strange turn, leaving them utterly confused. Dayun is trapped upside down in strange glowing webs, calling out in desperation.
This new, mysterious threat has them utterly ensnared.
Suddenly, the webs give way, and a woman crashes to the ground, her scream echoing in the eerie silence.
The trap is far more dangerous than they realized.
Dayun, still suspended, screams, while a man below calls out, asking if she's okay.
The other survivors watch, helpless and terrified, realizing the danger they're in.
The man on the ground is bewildered, questioning Dayun's identity, while another trapped figure, an older man, furiously demands to be untied.
The chaos is quickly escalating.
The trapped man, frantic, screams at the others, demanding to know if they've seen his child, Dayun. But he's just as lost as they are, utterly confused about his own predicament. His face contorted in frustrated agony, the man desperately screams to be freed. He's tied down, useless, while precious time slips away, every second counts. He stares up at an older woman, also caught in the glowing webs, her face etched with exhaustion.
They are truly alone, ensnared in this alien trap.
His eyes dart, a flicker of recognition in his panic-stricken face. He quietly asks if she's the nosy auntie, realizing he's seen her somewhere before. Tears stream down her face, her eyes wide with terror, a single, heartbreaking word escaping her lips. "Mom," she whispers, lost in the overwhelming fear.
Disoriented and shaken, she stands amidst the rubble, staring blankly ahead.
She's free, but the traumatic fall has clearly taken its toll, leaving her stunned and vulnerable. Still disoriented, she stumbles forward, running down the stairs, as a frantic voice warns her the tracks are blocked. Why is she rushing deeper into danger, despite the warnings? The man above her screams, urging the kid to hurry up and come back. His voice is tight with fear, sensing the unseen danger looming in the shadows. A young voice screams a frantic warning, shouting, "Dad, in front of you." The grim, red-tinged background foreshadows an impending horror. Amidst the unseen terror, a soft voice reassures a child, "It's okay, Dayun, mommy's right here."
A mother's comforting words, a fragile shield against the growing fear.
The voice continues, promising to be there soon, a desperate plea echoing in the dark.
This mommy is coming, ready to face whatever lurks in the shadows.
With a determined stride, she calls out to Dayun, her expression fierce and unwavering. This mommy is ready to confront the nightmare, head-on. The horrifying truth is revealed as a monstrous, baby-like zombie, with glowing red eyes, looms over her, clutching a severed limb.
This is the unidentified frequency, and it's here. The grotesque baby monster roars, its red eyes blazing with savage hunger, as she screams in sheer terror. The nightmare has found them, and there's nowhere to hide.
Tears stream down her face, a desperate denial escaping her lips as she struggles to comprehend the horror. Is this a dream, a terrible, waking nightmare?
The monstrous creature looms closer, its gruesome form an undeniable reality.
This isn't just a dream, it's a chilling, terrifying nightmare, and it's only just begun.
The nightmare explodes into a fiery blur, red slashes ripping through the air. Someone screams in agony, a brutal attack unfolding in the chaotic darkness.
She collapses to the fiery ground, tears streaming down her face, witnessing utter devastation. Her world is crumbling, and all hope seems lost in this desolate nightmare. Despite their desperate efforts, a chilling truth emerges: they tried everything, but not a single person could be saved. The weight of countless failures haunts them in this brutal, unforgiving world. In short, it was an impossible task, one that shattered every conventional method.
He stands ready, realizing only a different kind of power could ever hope to succeed.
With human methods, it was never going to be enough, a brutal truth carved in fire. He burned through countless failures, each one a lesson, forging a new path to victory. It's impossible for ordinary humans to survive this, his burning eyes declare, confirming his terrifying power. This is Ryu Minsik, and his most potent trait, the one that defines him, is being Dami's dad. The monstrous eater stalks its prey, hunting by knocking humans unconscious, mimicking their faces in a twisted game. But he stands ready, prepared to face this evolving horror head-on. A new terror emerges, a spider-type high-rank creature, threatening to ensnare them all. But his red eyes blaze with an unyielding resolve, ready to slice through any web, any threat. The monstrous baby-like zombie screams a guttural roar, its sharp teeth exposed. Pure terror fills the air, as its chilling cry echoes, promising unimaginable horror. With a blinding flash, a glowing, tentacle-like limb lashes out, brutally tearing through the monstrous baby zombie. The tables have turned, and this relentless monster is finally getting a taste of its own medicine. The battle intensifies as a colossal force strikes the ground, creating a fiery explosion.
This powerful blow is just the beginning of a relentless assault.
A new, fiery combatant unleashes a devastating punch, consumed by an inferno.
He knows the monster's weakness, to be utterly overwhelmed by flames, leaving no room to resist. His face contorts in fierce determination, ready to end the battle with a single, devastating strike. But a chilling warning echoes, urging him to stop. The fiery man looms over the devastated landscape, as a mother screams in anguish. Her desperate plea for her son reveals a new, heartbreaking vulnerability. A horrifying roar erupts from the monster, its fanged mouth wide open, eyes blazing with savage hunger. Pure, unadulterated terror has found them. He groans, reeling from the monster's attack, his fiery aura flaring in defiance. This fierce battle is pushing him to his very limits. He braces himself, radiating an intense heat, ready to unleash another devastating blow. The ground trembles under his immense, fiery power. His eyes blaze with a fiery resolve, a powerful declaration forming in his mind. No matter the cost, he will see this through. Suddenly, her smiling face appears in his mind, reassuring him from behind bars. Her unwavering trust, a simple yet powerful truth, empowers him. He erupts in a furious roar, engulfed in a blazing inferno, ready to confront the ultimate challenge. He declares it's time to rise, no matter the obstacles. The monstrous creature screams, its fanged maw a terrifying void, its red eyes blazing with unnatural hunger. This is the ultimate challenge he's been waiting for. A blinding flash of power, a devastating punch ripping through the monster with bone-shattering force. This is what true awakened strength looks like. The monstrous roar turns into a heartbreaking, gurgling cry as the creature is utterly destroyed. This is the sound of pure defeat, isn't it?
He stands amidst the inferno, his voice cutting through the chaos, declaring the creature is wrong.
This isn't the end of its terrifying existence.
With a decisive stomp, he corrects the monster, his red eyes blazing.
That isn't a crying sound, it's something else entirely.
Engulfed in a blazing inferno, he declares that from now on, the only sound coming from these monsters is a scream.
He's reshaping their very nature, isn't he? The grotesque monster roars, its fangs dripping with blood, its red eyes blazing.
This is the brutal reality of their world, isn't it? Elsewhere, a desperate human shield tries to hold back an unseen terror, screaming for more strength.
They're barely holding on, clinging to a fragile hope.
A relentless horde of zombies pounds at their makeshift barrier, their desperate cries echoing.
If this breaks, it's utter annihilation for everyone inside.
Confusion and terror grip the survivors as they question the bizarre new zombies, who make no sound and have strange expressions. The leader furiously demands silence, forcing them to focus on survival, not questions. The air fills with thick, mysterious smoke, causing survivors to choke in panic.
This new horror is unseen, but its impact is immediate and terrifying, isn't it?
Amidst the choking smoke, one man screams in despair, convinced their end is near. His words cut through the fear, painting a grim picture for the desperate survivors.
Another survivor shouts, desperate for a sliver of hope, refusing to hear such bleak predictions. But a chilling realization is dawning for someone here.
The man in the cap challenges the angry survivor, his voice firm, asking if he senses the change. Something fundamental about the monster's behavior has shifted, hasn't it? With a grim realization, the man in the cap states the obvious, yet impossible, truth: the monster's movements have ceased. A sudden, unsettling silence descends, but what does it truly mean? Suddenly, the barricade shatters, sending splinters flying as the men scream in terror. They're exposed, vulnerable, and the true horror is about to burst through, isn't it? The leader of the survivors, face contorted in shock, demands answers from an unseen presence. This new, mysterious variable has changed everything, hasn't it?
Their faces etched with fear, the survivors continue to stare in disbelief, echoing their leader's desperate question. They desperately need to know, who is this mysterious figure, and are they friend or foe?
From the depths of the station, a formidable figure emerges, leaving a trail of utterly annihilated zombies in his wake. He walks away, powerful and imposing, but who is he, and what unimaginable strength does he possess? The desolate city stretches under a grim, foreboding sky, shattered buildings standing as silent witnesses to a lost world. This is Gupeel Station, just before the rescue, a place teeming with unseen dangers. The rescue team, led by a confident Ryu Minsik and his surprised allies, finally stands ready in the grim Gupeel Station.
They're about to dive into the unknown, aren't they?
From the depths of the impossible, 37 souls were saved. A true miracle unfolded in a space where escaping the monsters seemed utterly impossible.
Rescuing nearly 40 people, including a precious baby, from that deadly trap was a feat beyond human capability.
It was nothing short of a divine intervention. With a tiny smile, the rescued baby symbolizes the impossible, a true miracle witnessed by all. And just like that, Dammy's dad earned a new title, the Man of Miracles. He stands amidst the cheering crowd, his red eyes blazing with exhaustion and quiet triumph. He's no longer just a father, he's the man of miracles who pulled off the impossible. Even Captain Cha Hyori is taken aback, admitting this miracle exceeds all expectations. The man of 100 lives has truly left them speechless, hasn't he? Colonel Cha, the formidable Blue Hawk, claps with boisterous laughter, declaring Ryu Minsik has perfectly passed. This legendary commander has found a new, powerful ally, hasn't he? Ryu Minsik, worn but triumphant, receives the thunderous applause of the rescued, with Dammy beaming up at her dad, immensely proud.
He did it, he saved them all.
The operation concludes with a final count, 37 survivors, a hard-won victory in the face of impossible odds. Yet, a chilling thought hangs in the air: this is bad. But why? But after the mission, Ryu Minsik is plagued by a relentless cough and deep, restless sleep. A worried soldier questions if the toll of his impossible efforts has finally caught up to him. The kind soldier assures him to rest easy, promising to bring his medicine later.
He's leaving Ryu Minseek to his uneasy sleep, but for how long?
Ryu Minseek lies still, a cold compress on his forehead, battling whatever torments him in his deep sleep.
But this isn't just exhaustion, is it?
But then, his eyes snap open, blazing red and wide with terror as sweat drips down his face.
This isn't peaceful rest, it's a waking nightmare, isn't it?